TTRLA, man, we are back with another clip. You know what I mean? Amen. Say, man, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and share to my channel. Like, subscribe, and share to my channel. I'm going to give you 2 seconds. All right, you should be good, man. This right here is a sad, informative clip. You know what I'm saying? With me being a Capitol Heights ambassador, this is the second young death that has happened in my town. You know what I'm saying? And this is unfortunate. This young lady name is Minka Greene, and she died of flu-related symptoms. Minka Aisha Greene of Capitol Heights had never been seriously ill before. Her mom, Kamisha Greene White, told Daily Voice in a phone call Tuesday, March 11th. So when Minka stopped eating and playing outside in late January, Greene White knew something was seriously wrong. She was never one of those kids who had a cold or anything, Greene White said. So when I noticed she wasn't eating or asking to go outside, I was like, okay, this is serious. She took Minka to the emergency room where doctors diagnosed her with the flu, prescribed her ibuprofen, and told her to rest. But days later, Minka's symptoms worsened. According to her mother, Minka complained of a headache and eye pain so severe that she couldn't open them. Concerned, her mother took her back to the ER where doctors gave her an IV and reassured her it was still just a flu and sent her home again. Days later, Greene White said Minka's condition spiraled, and on the morning of Thursday, February 6th, she found her daughter's sheet pulled over her bed. Minka had vomited, so her mom put her in the bath and gave her more medicine, she said. Then while she was in the tub, Minka said she needed to throw up again but couldn't lift her body or feel her lower extremities. Her mother recalled her father rushed home, scooped Minka into his arms, and carried her into the ambulance. On the way to the hospital, Minka's symptoms took a terrifying turn. One of her eyes shut completely and the other rolled back, and her tongue flicked uncontrollably. Her mother said by the time she arrived at the hospital, Minka had stopped breathing, her mother recalled. Doctors performed CPR for 10 to 12 minutes before rushing her to the ICU, but the damage was irreversible. Greene White remembered her daughter had no brain activity. The girl's parents later were forced to make the painful decision to take her off life support. Greene White said they are still waiting for an autopsy to determine the exact cause and manner of death, though her death certificate lists it as flu and swelling of the brain. She never really got sick her whole 10 years, she continued. This was the first time she's gotten sick. Now Minka's mother is urging other parents not to accept dismissive diagnosis when their child is sick. And this dismissive diagnosis, right, it happens for black kids, man. It happens for black kids. I encourage all black people, take your kids to a black doctor. These white doctors do not care about black women pain, and they don't care about black kids pain. It has to be an obvious situation. What's happening here is the same thing that's happening with COVID, right? So these doctors are aware, the government is aware that there is a deadly viral disease that is in children now, and this disease is killing kids. From what I heard, it may possibly be the measles, a harder version of the measles, or it is a mutated version of COVID-19, y'all. Please don't take y'all kids to these white fucking hospitals, these white fucking doctors. They don't give a fuck about black people. They don't. Take them to black doctors. There's a black doctor in Baltimore. He was just spotlighted on the news. Find that man. Find Buddy. Baltimore got black doctors. Don't take them and black people, black hospitals. Don't take them to these white hospitals. They don't care. They don't care, and they know what's going on, and they're not trying to fix it. They didn't. Now Minka's mother is urging other parents not to accept dismissive diagnosis when their child is sick. They didn't further check her, Greene White said. Pressure the doctors to check the child, do an MRI, a chest x-ray, make sure it's not something more instead of just sending them home. Minka never had a fever. Her body temperature remained around 96 or 97 degrees, which her mother believes may have contributed to the doctors underestimating her illness. She was saying she couldn't open her eyes, Greene said. I feel like more could have been done earlier. While Minka had not received the flu vaccine, her mother isn't sure it would have made a difference in this case. I don't think it had anything to do with the flu shot, she said. I honestly don't know what I what I'll do going forward. Dr. Daniel Rooch, a pediatric physician at Hackensack Meridian Health Hackensack University Medical Center, previously said, vaccines are the single greatest public health intervention in the history of medicine. Tens of millions of people are alive because of the vaccines, and people should not be afraid of getting vaccines. Ratch said that it's impossible to get the flu from the vaccine. All vaccines work by promoting your own immune system to have a response. That's a lie. The vaccine is the flu. So technically, you're giving your body the flu to fight the flu. What? All vaccines work by promoting your own immune system to have a response, which is what you may feel when you get the vaccine. It's just your body reacting, and you will be protected from bad outcomes, namely hospitalization and death. Minka's sudden death has left her family and community in shock. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched to help cover funeral and medical expenses. No parent should have to endure losing a child and then face the stress of planning a funeral alone, wrote fundraiser organizer Emily Martin. Minka's loved ones remember her as a sweet, kind, and sassy girl who brightened every room she walked into. This is the reason why we as black people, right, it is very important for us to get life insurance. A lot of black people are misers. When I say misers, they cheat. A lot of us are cheap and refuse to kick out money for insurance that is beneficial to us. Life insurance is a must. You have to have life insurance. You never know what's going to happen. Parents, get life insurance not only for you, but for your kids. And if you don't want to get life insurance for yourself, please get it for your kids. If you are anybody that hears the sound of my voice and are in need of a licensed insurance agent, comment below. Say, I need somebody to reach out to. I need life insurance. I'm going to point you in the right direction. I work directly with 2 life insurance agents that will give you two different type of options for you, and either or may be more beneficial for you. I got a man and a woman, so if you feel more comfortable talking to a man life insurance person, I got one for you. If you feel more comfortable talking to a woman life insurance person, I got one for you. But life insurance in the black community is a fucking must. I'm telling you, this government, this world, this country is made to be against us. We have to protect us. We have to start focusing on us. Once we do that, then we show these white people why they can't fuck with us and why they won't even thrive without us being anywhere in their fucking vicinity. This was a sudden and tragic event. Unfortunately, they now have to plan a funeral for their daughter. Organizers wrote, "We are starting this GoFundMe to help raise funds for the arrangements as well as the acquired medical expenses and lost time at their employers." Hey, man, if y'all can donate, man, make sure y'all try. I don't know the young lady's Instagram. I'm assuming that her name on Instagram or Facebook is, what's her mother name? Kamisha Greene. Kamisha Greene White. Look up Kamisha Greene White. She from Capitol Heights. If y'all can donate, man, because this is a situation, a tragic situation no parent has to deal with, man. Long live Minka Aisha Greene of Capitol Heights, man, from the Capitol Heights ambassador, man. Long live you, and my condolences to your family and friends.